Nestled in the hills of Virginia, we're touching the Hokie Stone, means remembering the legends who formed the foundation of a power. Names like Vic and Beamer and a lunch pail mentality that applies to the Virginia Tech Hokies. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Gators will kick it away first. Here comes the offense on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Fundamental football with the Hokies. We talk about special teams, but the running game has always been part of their DNA.
And when you continue to find guys at the running back spot like David Wilson, and those guys that you can feature, you can give them the ball, establish that physicality, establish that playmaking, it gets everything rolling for this offense.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Mason. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Hokies are marching down the field. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. The Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires the pass, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. The 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it, can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look and you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of that.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Running game got stuffed on first down, still from their own 25 on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He fires to the left side. He's got it. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll give it to the back. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Motion from the offense. They'll throw it from the red zone. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? You just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And swatted down by the defense to stop. Opportunity.
Yeah, in 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The offense set for a 1st down play. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's got room. And he breaks into the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The offense lining up for a 1st down play.
Virginia Tech, 3.
The give to the tailback. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changed.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Gators! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Get another look at this Hokie offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
What a great job defending the comeback there by the defender, right? He was able to squat, transition, break on the ball, and knock it down. Could not have played that better.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. The give to the back. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carriers.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Gonna let it fly, and he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after they catch it. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Gators sending the offense back to work. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing...
Got a lot of running room. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
That guy is so much fun to watch. He rips off another big run. I'll tell you, the identity of this offense is their ability to get it done on the ground. Had over 100 yards rushing in their last game. They're already over that mark, and we're only in the 1st half.
Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. They'll ride the hot hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that...
He caught it, and he'll take it to the loose. Touchdown!
Matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there at Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 2 to Maryland. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block and run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive game.
Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Wiggins. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Hokies headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball in the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But show that defense. You will attack everyone.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Wow, what a nice run. He's showing you his athleticism there. You guys remember back in the day when we were calling a game here and the all-time great Virginia Tech running back Kevin Jones came up to the booth and he got into a vertical leap contest with Pollock. It was awesome. This guy on the field, man, he's got so much skill and ability. He's strong and he's fast, and I think he can also outjump him.
He keeps throwing it like this for the Hokies, and the defense will have to sleep with one eye open.
And the defense is going to have to grip those pillows tight because when a QB gets going and spinning it with the ability to run the football too and the diversity of this offense, it can be tough, and the Hokies fans will be excited.
The Hokies with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Hokies.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The give to the single back. He's there to make the stop. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
The Gators will send out the punt unit. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Gators send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. That's caught. It's Adams.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Shotgun snap on third down. Rifles it down the middle. And the ball is intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind.
He wants to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Back to throw. It's Poole. Skips away from pressure. He'll take another shot here. Snags it at the 30 and still running. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Brings up second down.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
In the end zone.
Ready to try the point after.
Extra point.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed behind the line, it's Mason. Shows him the stiff arm. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Poole. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
That's a bit of a gut punch for the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Fast motion from the offense. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you're running back, he gets out there.
He is smashing people. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And here they come, almost all the way back. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're lining up to boot it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Gators sending the offense back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Got it behind the line. It's Daniels. At the 35, he's open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll go to the ground. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down.
Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Running back searching for a hole. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Keeps the legs moving. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Power football with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 5 over Maryland. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops from and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you scored here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll go right back to him. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He's got the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but it makes life really easy on me on second down.
Now adjusting. He'll throw it. Grab near the marker is Adams. On the move at the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How nice nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Still looking on the move. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Florida 35, Virginia Tech 25.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Not a lot of room to fit that one in, but he did. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Brings up second and goal.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Hokie! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Simmons. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. To the air, it's Poole. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That is exactly why they called the running back the safety valve. They used it, and they used it to perfection.
Yeah, and you want to push the ball down the field. You want to make those big plays, but you see the defense. They bring the blitz. I got the running back open, dump it to him, let him do the rest, let him get the first down.
Now on first down from the 28. He wants to throw. Got him downfield. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Virginia Tech 32.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Looking for more room. Inside the 30. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Excellent field position here for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Can't get him to the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quick strike complete. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense...
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Florida! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to go up top on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that think of themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Looking down the middle. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Got his man downfield. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game.
Timeout, Florida.
And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meat open wound. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Nothing like stomping a guy in the teeth when you got him down. They'll try to tack on 3 more. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
That makes the score Florida
That last field goal was huge. Now it takes a touchdown to beat you and not a lot of time to get it if you cover the kickoff well. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the coverage team gets to return her on the ground.
Will take over for 1st and 10.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on the show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.